Hi friends, my name is Amber Kleid. This is Kaleidoscope Yoga, and thank you so much for being here. I hope that if you like our practice together today, you'll check out some of my other videos, which there are many, and you'll like and hopefully subscribe and maybe even share with friends and family who could benefit from the practice of yoga. I know there's so much out there today that is free, so it really does mean the world to me that you're spending a little bit of time in my neck of the woods. So thank you. So today we're going to be doing a slow flow and unwind practice. So not quite a gentle yoga flow and not quite a slow flow, but something in between. We're going to add maybe some yin and restorative elements to this practice. So you might like to get blocks, a blanket, and we might have an opportunity to practice with a bolster as well, or a big pillow. So grab a couple of props. You can pause the video, and just some things that can make you a little extra comfortable as we move through our practice today. So once you have paused the video, grabbed all your props and everything, please come back and find something or a seat that makes you comfortable. So I'm sitting in Sukhasana, or easy pose, and it doesn't always work for everybody, especially if you have tight hamstrings. You might find that your knees are up here, and if that's the case, no worries. But sitting up on a bolster or a block can actually kind of help relieve some of the tension in the legs and help the knees drop forward just a little bit. And you can just gently cross the legs, or you can take your heels and kind of line them up with your crotch or your groin area. And that also helps if you can come to the edge of your seat and kind of relax the pelvis forward a little bit, shoulder blades down, and close your eyes if that feels comfortable. That's always an option. And then lifting through the crown of the head, relaxing through the shoulders. And let's take 3 deep breaths together as we start. But first, let's bring our hands to our heart space. And one of my dear friends uses this at the beginning of her classes, and I'd like to share it because I found it a very useful and insightful tool. So we're going to, as we breathe, kind of look and feel through different perspectives. So as you breathe in nice and deep, let's try to be the perspective of the chest. So we're looking from the perspective of the chest. So when we breathe in deeply, you'll just feel and focus in on the warmth of the hands across your heart space, maybe a little bit of pressure, slight pressure on the hands against the heart space. And just breathing out nice and easy. If you're in a space where you can breathe in deeply, you're welcome to do that and release a nice deep exhale. If you're not in that space just yet, if you're feeling a little bit, the breath is a little shallow, give it some time, be patient, and just meet yourself where you are. So breathing in with that perspective that we are the chest and we're feeling into the palms. Softly releasing the breath. I know I said we'd breathe 3 times, but let's breathe just a few more. And now let's take that perspective. So we are the hands. So then we're kind of feeling in and looking towards our chest and our heart space. And so when you're breathing in, maybe instead of feeling the hands press into the chest, you feel the chest pressing into the hands. And just softening into that inner guidance with the breath. Allowing the breath to become a little deeper on the inhales and a little longer on the exhales. Noticing that when you breathe in, that your chest or your belly widens. So it pushes out. Sometimes a lot of the population actually does reverse breathing, where as you inhale, maybe the belly moves inward, and we should breathe in and allow for that expansion, that growth, so the breath has so much space to move into. Noticing the length of the breath getting a little bit longer, and it's happening without you making it happen. It's just a simple exploration that just kind of unfolds. As we come into our space and we settle in, and we breathe into the body, being the perspective of the hands. And if that for some reason doesn't land with you, no worries. Just follow your breath. And as you do, softening the space around the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. One more breath here. And as you let it go, release the hands to the thighs. Good. Let's begin with some shoulder rolls today. So breathing in and up towards the ears. And exhaling, maybe hugging the shoulder blades together. And then inhale, back up and around. And exhale, dropping back. Let's do about 5 of these. And then go ahead and switch directions. Breath is soft. Good. Last one. Hopefully that was 5 for me. If you're not done yet, go ahead and finish up. And then we're going to find this movement of kind of a side to side, kind of like a little half twist, quarter twist. Starting with our right shoulder, we're just going to draw it forward and then come back. So let's try that with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, left shoulder forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, right shoulder forward. And this isn't a big movement. Inhale, right shoulder back. Go ahead and do that a few times on your own. Don't worry if the breath and the movement don't match. Just do your best. We're just working into the upper back a little bit, into the shoulders. So, we began moving the right shoulder in. So we're going to do one more time on the left. So wherever you are, go ahead and end on the left and come back into center. Now I'd like to invite you to rest right ear to right shoulder. We're just going to take 2 breaths here. Relax that left arm. And then go ahead and bring the head back up and dip it left ear, left shoulder, relaxing the right arm down, really allowing it to be heavy. And then come back to center. Let's go to the, look over the right shoulder. And then bring the head up and back to the left. Let's just do this 3 times, nice and slow. One more set, please. And then when we get to the left side, pause for just a moment And then begin circling. So we're going to follow our nose up and down and around. Let's do 3 circles in this direction. Noticing the spots in the neck that might feel a little stiff. If you're hearing popping and cracking, that's okay. And then once you get to your 3rd one, go ahead and switch directions. And then at the end of this 3rd one, keep the chin down, nose pointed towards the ground, lengthen through the spine, relax the shoulders, and just feel and enjoy this gentle stretch in the back of the neck. Now, if you would like, you can take your chin and make little smileys. So you're going to draw it to the right shoulder and scoop it down through center, draw it to the left. Back and forth. Wonderful. So go ahead and come on back to center. Now that we've warmed up the upper part of the body, we're going to go ahead and come into our tabletop position. So on hands and knees, if you're not familiar. Perfect. So relax the tops of the feet to the ground. Fingertips are spread out wide. We're pressing into the palms, into the joints of the fingers where the palms and your fingertips or your fingers meet. So at the base of the fingers at the top of the palm. And we're going to pull in the low belly just a little bit just to make that connection. We want to make sure our neck is an extension of the spine. And we want a little doming effect in the upper shoulder so we're not dropping our chest down. However, that's exactly what we're going to do. So, straightening through the spine, we're going to take an inhale. On our exhale, keeping the arms straight, drop the chest. And you're going to feel your shoulders tuck up a little bit closer to the ears. And then inhale and press through the palms, really stretch through the arms. And then exhale, drop that chest down, keeping the arms straight, elbow pits are facing forward. Come back up, inhale. Exhale down, we're warming the shoulders up just a little bit more here. Perfect. One more time, dropping down on the exhale and coming up on the inhale. Good. So we come back into our tabletop position. And let's just practice a few cat-cows. Dropping the belly down. Gaze and hips lift up. And exhale, round through the spine. Press through the palms. Widen that space between the shoulders. Tailbone relaxes, neck is relaxed. And then inhale, dropping the belly down. Exhale into cat. Pressing through the palms, strong arms. And last time, belly down. And find that arch one more time as we come into our cat. Lovely. Come into tabletop. And let's find a little organic movement here. So side to side. Maybe it feels good to get a little deeper stretch into the side body here so you can kick your hips out and twist. Gaze to the opposite toe. These organic movement opportunities are so nice because we just don't do this kind of movement throughout our day. And I've been experimenting a little bit when I wake up in the morning, and instead of just finding these stretches, stretching straight up and down, I really find movements that move my body like in circles and figure eights, and it just really loosens my body up so much more than your typical just, stretching up and down or bending forward, that kind of thing. If you can find a little bit more of a fluid action in the body, try it and see how it feels. All right, come on into tabletop. So we're going to make our way into down dog, and then we're going to do some sun salutations. So reach the hands out in front of the shoulders a little bit, turn those toes under, take the journey into your downward facing dog, hugging in that low belly, lifting the hips up, pressing into the palms, external rotation in your shoulders. Elbow pits are shining forward, and go ahead and walk your dog if you'd like. So just heels up and down, get into those toes too. You know, we just don't pay enough attention to our toes. Maybe some of us do. I definitely do not. You know, but if you're in heels or flip-flops all day long, it's so good to get into the toes a little bit and give them a little bit of love, even if it's just for a minute every day. So important. Okay, let's bring our feet together at center. Zip up through the thighs. Take another inhale. See if you can lift the hips up just a little bit more. Let those shoulders move towards the thighs. If that is not happening for you, do not worry about that. That's fine. And then when you're ready, we're going to anchor down through the left foot. Inhale, right foot high, big breath in. And exhale, right foot forward. Good. And as we set that foot down, just be mindful. Top knee or front knee is above your front ankle. And you also want to make sure that you are wide enough from left to right so that you're not standing on a balance beam. All right, when you're ready, take a big breath in. Find your high lunge. Open through that heart space. You got it. Exhale, hands to the ground. We're going to bring that right foot forward. And we're going to inhale, come to standing. Open heart, palms together. Exhale, bring the hands to heart space. All right, here we go. Big breath in, hands to the sky. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, hands to the calves, the thighs, the floor. Find your flat back. And exhale, float it down. We're going to take our right foot back. Inhale, find your high lunge. You can put your knee down for this too, don't forget. Exhale, float the hands down. Left foot's going to come back. We're going to come into our plank position, right? Go ahead and draw those elbows in. Knees can come down if you'd like. We're going to float all the way down to the floor. Palms at your chest. Take an inhale, baby cobra. Hug those shoulder blades to spine and exhale, release. Turn those toes under. Press into the palms. Make your way into our downward facing dog. Here we are. Take a moment, take a breath. Find some stillness if that calls to you. Maybe explore something a little different. And then when you're ready, anchor down left leg. Inhale, right foot forward, right foot up. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, hands to the sky. Open heart. Press through that back heel. Engage your legs. Really find yourself in this shape. And exhale, float the hands down. Whoa. Bring that left foot forward and inhale. Here we go. All the way up, hands to the sky. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart space. Take a moment and feel what's going on in the body. Take a moment to center. And then when you're ready, breathe it in, hands to the sky. Exhale, float it down. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the ground. Right foot back. Inhale, find your high lunge. Open heart, press through that back heel. Activate through the legs. Find yourself in this shape. Exhale, bring it down. Release the left foot back. Find your plank. Knees can be down. And then make your way all the way to the ground. Relax the toes. Take an inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, release. Turn those toes under. Here we go, downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Press through the palms of the hands. Walk the dog out. See if you can experience something a little new. And then anchor down that left foot. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, come on up. Find your high lunge. Experience the shape. And exhale, relax it down. Left foot forward. Inhale. Fingertips to the sky, palms together. Exhale to the heart space. Take a moment for yourself. And then when you're ready, breathe it in. Hands to the sky. Exhale, float the hands down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Right foot's going to come back. You're going to make your way into your high lunge. Breathe it in. Exhale, release it down. Hands to the mat. Left foot comes back. We find our plank. Knees down if you choose. And then go ahead and sink down to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Turn those toes under, press into the palms, and we are going to rest back in our child's pose for a few moments. So you can do a standard child's pose if you'd like, or you can grab that bolster or pillow, spread those knees out nice and wide. If you have a bolster, you can rest your chest on top of it and allow yourself to be fully supported here in this shape. Now, if you don't have a pillow or something to offer you this supported option, that's okay. You can take your hands and you can make little fists and rest your forehead on top of them. If you have a blanket, you can just rest your forehead on top of the blanket. See if you can find something to offer up just a little extra nourishment for these few minutes that we're here. And then I'd like to offer up the breathing into the back body. Excuse me. So breathing in between the shoulders, nice deep breath. And let it go. Sigh it out if that feels good. Let that breath as you breathe in travel all the way down the spine. Grabbing anything that isn't serving you and letting it go fully and completely. And then if you'd like, you can move the breath into the belly. If the knees are spread out wide, there should be a nice space there for the belly to breathe into. Taking a few more breaths here. Maybe start to breathe in just a little bit deeper to pull that energy back in. If you have a bolster or a pillow, go ahead and start to move it away. Set it to the side for just a moment and reach your arms out, tending the fingertips like little spiders. And see if you can open up the space from the fingertips, down the arms, the armpit, through the side body, all the way to the hips. And we're going to walk our hands to the right, letting that left hip move to the ground. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the left, same thing, except we're dropping our right hip down this time, opening up through the side body. And then back to center. Come on to tabletop. Find a little organic movement again. Side to side, up and down, chest circles, whatever calls to you here in this moment. Just enjoy a little bit of organic movement. And then we're going to walk our hands out just a little bit, turn our toes under, come into our plank position, hugging into the belly, pressing up through the palms. We're going to take our right knee and bring it to right elbow and bring it back. Left knee, left elbow, bring it back. You can do this with knees down too. Just keep on going. Left leg forward, back. Let's just do 2 more sets. Right leg forward, back. Last set, nice and slow. I'm starting to shake a little. There we go. Go ahead and come into your downward facing dog. Perfect. So we're going to walk our feet forward. We're going to come into a forward fold. And don't forget, if your low back or your hamstrings are super tight, use a block. Here we go. Rotating those thighs in. You should feel a little shift into the big toe, into the arch of the foot. Lengthening through the spine, and you can do this whether you are using a block and you come into more of a flat back position, or if you're hanging forward, letting the head and neck relax. Good. Let's go ahead and take this into a twist. Left hand rests on the floor or your block. Take an inhale. Right hand's going to come all the way up to the sky. And you're going to exhale, float the right hand down. Inhale, left hand to the sky. And exhale, bring it down. Let's do that one more time each side. Perfect. Let your weight come into your heels. Drop your booty down a little. Shake your hands out some. Woo! And then come in to your chair pose, relaxing the shoulders back. You should feel the weight in your heels. You should be able to move around your toes, letting your tailbone relax. So we don't want our booty to be sticking out like that. We want our tailbone to be turned into a nice neutral position, maybe even relaxed and tucked just a touch. Hugging into the belly. Let's take an inhale. We're going to stand up, press into the feet, rooting to rise. Yes. Inhale, bring it down. Hands come back up. We find our chair. Exhale, press it up. Good, good. One more time. Inhale, press it up. Stay here. We're going to bring our palms together and we're going to come into our prayer twist. Left elbow, right knee, right thigh. pressing into those palms, elbows stretching to the sky, breathing deep. Take an inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, just roll onto the other side. Lengthening through the spine. Should be a little activation in between the palms. Arms are strong. Good. Come back to center. Inhale. Find your chair again. Exhale. Relax the shoulders. Inhale. Draw it up. Root to rise. Press through those heels. Draw those hands behind you. Clasp the fingers. Pointer finger is down. Thumbs together. Press it out and stretch through the chest. Lifting up. Shoulders can roll back if that feels comfortable. If clasping the hands isn't comfortable for you, just kind of reach back. Big breath in. And sigh it out. Come into a forward fold. Relax the head and the neck. We're going to bring our hands down to the mat. Release the left leg back behind us. Heel toe, right foot to the left side of the mat. And we're just going to gently, gently, gently lower ourselves down. So our right shin is going to be facing maybe the corner of the mat, the left side of the mat. Unless you are very flexible, your shin is not going to be parallel with the front of the mat. So anywhere from parallel to drawing the heel all the way in so it kind of matches up with your left hip point is perfect. So find that space. So we're in our pigeon pose. Now I want to make this comfortable for you. And if it's comfortable just being right here without props, you are more than welcome to stay there. If you want a little extra support underneath your right hip, you can put a block or a blanket there. I am going to make this a little extra juicy for me here in just one moment. So I'm going to pull my bolster over. But before we lie down, I'm actually going to use my bolster to reach or to press into, to stretch out my hands and then come into this really lovely, gentle back bend. So I'm getting a little stretch through the front of my body. And making sure that my low back feels good. If it doesn't feel good to arch, then arching, doesn't have to happen for you. You can just press into the palms, lengthen through the spine, and kind of gaze past the front of your mat. But if it feels good to find that arch and that little bend, go ahead and explore that. And we want to keep our toes on the right foot spread, and that's going to protect our knee. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and start to make your way down. If you don't have a bolster and you need to find a little bit of height here, stack up your blocks or your blanket and rest your forearms on top of that. So you can come all the way down with the forehead resting on the floor if that feels comfortable to you. Or just hang out here with support from your blocks and bolster. You can even come all the way down with this bolster. All the way down, resting your entire upper body on top of it. Make this feel really inviting. Because Lord knows, pigeon is not the easiest shape in the world, but have patience, be kind, and above all, have compassion for yourself if this feels difficult. Relaxing the shoulders and closing the eyes if that feels comfortable. Taking a few more breaths here. Keeping the face soft. And when you're ready, you're just going to draw the palms back to the mat. If you're using your bolster, go ahead and scooch it out of the way. If you're using a block, go ahead and scooch it out of the way. And we're going to turn our left toes under, lift up the knee, and release the right leg back. Drop the left knee down. Keep the right leg outstretched and press into the toes, reaching through the heel. And then go ahead and draw that knee in. So we're back in tabletop position, and we're just going to rotate through our hip a little bit. So go ahead and make circles with the hip. So almost as if we're in fire hydrant, just opening and rounding. Nice big circles. Do 2 more. And relax that leg down. Good. So press into the palms, turn those toes under, lift the hips to the sky, reach, 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 hugging in the low belly, pressing through those palms, walk the dog, and notice any difference in the legs between now and the first downward dog you took today. I'm guessing they're going to feel very different. At least mine does. Let's go ahead and walk to the front of the mat. Finding your forward fold, using the block if you need to. And relaxing, pressing the soles of the feet into the ground, letting those sits bones move to the back corners of the room. Relaxing the shoulders and the head. So we're going to practice a little bit of balancing before we move into pigeon on the other side. So dropping the weight into the heels, dropping the booty down. Let's come into our chair. We're not going to hang out here like we did last time, but just take an inhale, draw yourself up. And exhale right here. Bring your weight into your left leg. Relax the arms. Take an inhale, draw that right leg up and grab the knee. If you don't feel like you can grab the knee, then just extend the arms and have the leg anywhere in between. You can even keep the toes on the ground. It's up to you. Relax your shoulders back. Spreading the toes on the left side. Finding that drishti, or that point of concentration, a few feet in front of you. On the ground, something that's not moving. And then, if you're ready, you can take your right hand and begin to open up the right leg. Our hips are staying forward. And if you want, you can draw the left hand above the head or keep it out in front or to the side or on your hip, whatever is going to help with your balance the best. Gaining strength in that left leg. So good. Go ahead and bring that knee forward and relax it down. Nice job. Go ahead and rotate through the left ankle. Shake it out a little bit. And then come on back to center. And we're going to come into the right foot this time. Lengthen up through the spine. Relax the shoulder blades. And we're going to try this again. So we're going to draw that left knee up. And this side might feel different. So try to grab the knee. And if it works, great. If not, then just find another variation. We just want our weight to be in the right leg. And you can always use a chair or something else to help keep you stable. There's no shame at all in using a chair. As a matter of fact, I mean, there's a whole chair yoga vibe going on out there, which is amazing. So use it. Let's take that left hand and just gently open up the left leg. And again, finding an appropriate space that feels good for your right hand without throwing you off balance. And just breathe, finding that point of concentration on the floor, enjoying this time, this space. Feeling that strength building in the right leg. And then when you're ready, draw the knee forward and release it down. Woo! Woohoo! Rotate through that ankle, give that leg a little shake. Oh, good. Come on, back to center. Find your mountain pose. Soles of the feet to the ground. Take a big inhale, fingertips to the sky, palms together, and we're going to exhale. We're going to float it all the way down, nice and slow. Finding your forward fold. Connect to the backs of the legs, relaxing the head and the shoulders. Let's go ahead and take an inhale, find our flat back. And exhale, release it down. Fingertips to the ground, release the right foot back, and we're going to do pigeon on the left. So you're going to heel toe the left foot over and gently, ever so slowly lower yourself down. If you need the extra support underneath your left hip, find that. If you have your pillow or bolster, go ahead and grab that. Spread those toes on that left leg. And oops, I almost forgot. Let's find that arch real quick in the back. So pressing into the hands, into the palms, into the fingertips, relaxing the shoulders back, finding this gentle stretch through the front of the body. Gaze can be where the ceiling and the wall meet. So good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and relax it down to whatever space feels best to you. And then find your breath and allow yourself to melt into this shape. Having patience with yourself if it doesn't feel comfortable right off the get-go. Sometimes it takes a little while, especially with these shapes that we don't do every day. So give yourself space and time. And of course, if you're feeling pain, by all means, back out of the shape. You can rest on your back and come into a figure 4. Keeping the face soft. Let the breath just fall into a natural rhythm. Take a few more breaths. And then as you're ready, you're going to draw the palms to the ground. Press yourself up. Move your prop out of the way. Turn the back toes under, lift up that back knee. Release the left leg back. Bring the right knee to the ground and press through the heel in the left leg. You might want to find a little bit of movement in the neck here. And then bring that left knee down, and we're going to find those circles. So just big circles in the hip. Move up and back. Doesn't matter which direction, just choose and go. Do one more circle. Bring the knees together. Go ahead and drop the hips to one side and come back into your seated position. And we're going to just come here to rest as we wrap up our practice together today. So drawing the hands open, resting them on your thighs or your knees, relaxing the shoulders down and back, lengthening through the spine. Closing the eyes if that feels comfortable, and we come back full circle where we began. With an open heart and an open mind. And as we look to our future, boldly and a little more relaxed. Let your breath come to a nice, slow, steady pace. As we allow ourselves to anchor back into our present. Enjoying these sweet breaths as we wrap up our time together today. You're always welcome to hang out longer if you need to. Let's bring our palms together at heart space in gratitude for our practice together today. Let's take one deep breath together to close our class. And let it go. Thank you so very much. I hope you have a beautiful day or sleep wherever you are in your journey. I hope that your next few steps are perfect for whatever it is that you're hoping for. Namaste.